ethos.
You've made it. Another year has passed. Congratulate yourself. I mean, seriously, let's take a moment to celebrate the wins in your life. Because if you don't do it, chances are no one else will either. I'm Paul Goldsmith, a creative coach and entrepreneur, and you're listening to the Creative Coachcast. What are you most proud of? Did you start something new? Quit something that wasn't right for you? Or maybe you just showed up for people most important in your life. Take a minute to note, even better, write down 3 positive things in your life from the past 12 months. We're naturally wired to notice the negative. Psychologists call it the negativity bias. And sometimes that's really good. Food that doesn't taste quite right could be spoiled, or a car swerving in and out of traffic could have an impaired driver. Those negatives are good to note. But have you ever noticed how you remember insults or perceive slights much more often than compliments? I know I do, but I'm getting better because each morning I write down 3 wins in my gratitude journal. 3 things that I'm grateful for, noticing the positive. Now a challenge for the year ahead. What would you like to see happen in your life 1 year from now? Make it a SMART goal. SMART, of course, is an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. We're not talking resolutions here that you'll forget about in 2 weeks. This is something you actually want to see happen in your life, and you intend to take action. And it's been proven that writing down your SMART goal exponentially increases the chances of you making it happen. I'll go first. I'd like to see 500 active listeners to this podcast. That's a SMART goal. It's specific, measurable, achievable. Hopefully it's realistic and time-bound. You're listening, so that's a start. Thank you very much. To that end, I've hired a coach to help me be more intentional and provide more value to this podcast. Because if this is more valuable, you're more likely to share it with friends who will find it valuable. The coach's first suggestion was to have a name that provided more clarity, and Creative Coachcast just isn't cutting it. So this will be the last episode. It was a name that I thought was clever, but to be fair, doesn't provide much clarity. It's not something people are Googling. Thus, the new name of this podcast, beginning with the next episode, will be The Next Simple Step. Each episode will discuss the very next simple step toward a different goal. Because as the Chinese proverb goes, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. I believe the biggest roadblock we often experience in our lives is not some external force, but the negativity bias in action telling you it's too hard, you're too late, or there's just no way to accomplish your big goals. What if you broke it down to the very next simple step? For example, if you want to run a marathon, just beginning by taking a walk around the block, or maybe you decide you want to read 50 books in the next year. Start with committing to read 1 page per day. With this in mind, if you've decided on a SMART goal for the year ahead and you'd like accountability or help in deciding the next simple step, I'd be honored. Reach out. I'm at Paul J. Goldsmith. You can DM me on Instagram or Twitter. I'd love to hear from you. This is going to be fun. Let me know what your goals are, and we'll break it down into action steps. It'll be a lot more fun doing this together because, as the saying goes, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. Really appreciate you listening. Until next time, I hope you have an incredible day, and I'll talk to you soon.